Okay, hello everyone, and welcome Emma to the Transylvania Open. As you all know, if you'd like to ask a question, please raise your hand or put a note in the chat. But just to get the ball rolling, Emma, tell us about these fun practices you've done on centre court the last couple of days.
Yeah, I had a great practice. It was really nice to have some fans in the crowd, and we were really getting into the atmosphere. I was practicing with Gabby, and we know each other really well. She was really nice, and it's a nice moment after the practice session, just with the fans. So yeah, I mean, it's a shame we wouldn't be able to come and watch and support this week, but.
Okay, we'll take the first question from Neil McClellan.
Adams, Neil's not on the court at the moment. The sound's not great at our end, so if you could sort that out, I'd be very grateful. Emma, can you hear us very well at this end? Oh, I can't hear you. No, sound's gone.
Can you hear now?
Yeah, I can hear you better now, Emma. Just tell us about Romania. Your dad's from Romania. Your granny lives in Bucharest. Tell us about your relationship with this country. How many times did you come here as a kid?
Yeah, I love Romania. I've been here, I usually come once or twice a year to visit my grandma who lives in Bucharest. It's like an hour flight from here, but I mean, the welcome I got was really, really nice, and I always love coming back because there were so many great things. The people are really friendly, great humour and good food, so I've got great memories from this country, and it's really nice to be back.
Will you make a point of seeing your grandmother? With given now you're US Open champion, will you make a point of seeing her this week?
Yeah, I would definitely. When the tournament's done, I would love to head over to Bucharest and go to visit her. I haven't seen her in like 2.5 years.
Okay. Who would like the next question? Elias?
Hi, Emma, can you hear me?
Yeah.
So I just want to ask you about what's life been like since you won the US Open for you?
Yeah, I mean, life's been different, but it has been an experience in itself, I had an extreme high in New York, and then not much time off really after New York before practicing. I think I had 3 days rest at home, and then I went straight back out to Indian Wells, and I learned a lot from my match there. I came back, I recharged a little bit, and then I trained. I had a really good training week, and I came out hit. So I'm just looking forward to this last swing of the season and the off season as well.
And do you maybe feel that extra pressure now that you're a Grand Slam champion?
I mean, I don't think, again, there is any pressure on me. Like, I think I just feel like everyone should just be a little bit patient with me. Like, I'm going to find, like, my tennis, I'm going to find it, I just need a little bit of time, but I'm just really enjoying the journey.
Thank you, I appreciate your time.
Okay, now we'll go to Mike Dixon at the Daily Mail.
Oh, hi, Emma. Just wondering, with the sort of distance of time now with Indian Wells, how that specific experience was for you. I mean, I guess there was a kind of quite a lot of pressure there. Was it how you expected it to be? Did it work out, or were your expectations reasonably kind of low tennis-wise for that?
I didn't actually have any expectations going into Indian Wells, but I mean, I think that I reflecting on the performance was quite tired, and I think I was still a bit jet lagged. But again, like when you're not in great form yourself, like if you're not playing good tennis and your opponent Sasnovich is playing great tennis, then you can't really expect to win because I mean the level is just too high to really play that and actually get away with it. And then she ended up having a good tournament herself. So I learned from that experience, and then I'm bouncing back and hopefully had a good training week. Hopefully this week will be a lot of fun.
Okay, now we'll go to the Daily Telegraph, Molly.
Hi, Emma. Nice to see you. I wondered how it felt today to, after that practice, to address the crowd, because you obviously spoke in Romanian, impressive to everyone watching, but I wondered how you felt. Were you nervous? Is that a nervy experience?
Well, the thing is, I can actually understand, like, I'd say 80%, I don't want to pick myself up, but 80%. But then I just really struggled to find my words and vocab, so when I got told about the little thing at the end, it was like 20 minutes when we were playing points at the end of the session, and then at the changeovers, I was literally thinking of my vocab, like, trying to, like, think really hard, but the more I spend time here and the more I immerse myself in the language, I think I pick it up reasonably fast.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense if you haven't seen your grandmother for 2.5 years. I can imagine you usually practice with her. I'm sure she'll be happy to hear that you're addressing the crowd in Romanian. I wondered, you mentioned before kind of home comforts when you've visited here before. What is it that about the country that you love the most? Like, is there specific food you like? Is there specific places you like to visit? I wondered if you have any more, thoughts on just Romania as a whole.
I love how friendly the people are, and in this region they just welcome me. They're really, really friendly every time I come back as well. And there's great humour, like a lot of good banter. Everyone kind of just throws things at each other, and it's great. And then also great food. I've always had it as a child growing up. Like my personal favourites are sambal and chorba. So when I come back, my grandma makes it because at home it's just not the same.
Always the way. Thanks for your time.
Okay, now we'll go to Tumaini from The Guardian.
Hi, Emma. On the court there, you kind of look like an honorary member of the Romanian Fed Cup team. I'm curious, like, what is kind of your relation with, those Romanian players, and also, like, when did you first kind of meet Elena Gabriela, and what's your relationship like with?
Yeah, I think I first met Gabby maybe when I first started interacting with her, like this year in the grass in Nottingham, and then we hung out, and because they recognised my surname, which is pretty Romanian, so we just spoke, and then we carried on chatting, and they're really, really friendly girls, very nice, and we've been hitting a lot, me and Gabby, and the others are very nice too. I chatted to Monica a lot, and we go out for dinner. It's just a really nice bunch of girls, so, and I'm really happy that they kind of welcomed me and made me feel like, they've been just really, really friendly with me and patient as well, especially when I'm just trying to find my feet. They're always like trying to help and guide me.
Yeah, and also, like, one of the interesting parts of tennis is that you're kind of in control of your career. Like, you decide where you play, and obviously who coaches you. I'm curious, like, how you find that aspect of the sport, and like what your, like, everyone has a different process. So what's your process like when you're, I don't know, making these decisions about, what you're doing next and where you're playing? Because I mean, it's obviously different to, say, team sports where athletes don't have that control over their career.
I couldn't hear like something about. I think that with regard to the process in between points and like staying calm and control, I think that's something that I've kind of been brought up to do, and it's just something that I've always carried with me. I don't think I ever really was one that was too, emotional in between. At a young age, maybe I was, but my parents corrected that. And I think that now I just try to focus on the next point, but then I just try to bring good energy, because when I have good energy, it carries into my tennis.
Okay, now we'll go to Ramona from 30.0.
Hi, Emma. First of all, I just want to point out that your Romanian is good enough. Everyone understood. And we really enjoyed hearing you speak in Romanian. What I wanted to ask you is, you've had a lot of things to adjust lately with the US Open and coming on tour. How are you adjusting to things? Are you the type of player that you find confidence in yourself, or outside sport?
I think that I have a lot of confidence in myself. I know that it's going to be a different journey, but like now, as a champion, it was a great experience, but I'm just trying to look ahead because if like you just need to move on. Like it was great while it lasted, but now I'm looking ahead and I just want to get better. And the exciting thing is I still feel like I've got a lot of room to improve, and I just take that inner confidence really. I mean, it's nice to have others, but at the end of the day, you're out there on your own. So I think that's very important.
And could you tell us about your current stuff? What did you bring here?
My what?
Your stuff?
Oh yeah. Well, I brought from the mechanic. Is an honorary MVP legend. Well, we had a great time in New York. He was actually in New York with the LTA, but I'm just really excited to keep working with him, and I'm going to be working with him more going down the line. So he's here with me now, and yeah, we're looking forward to carrying on. And then I'm here with my dad, who's Romanian, so he came to his home country and he was to visit his mum after. And then Chris, my agent, and yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, now we'll go to the Times. Owen, go ahead.
Hi, Emma. I didn't quite catch the last question, so apologies if this is a repeat, or a repeat same type of question. But you said that in Indian Wells that you were desperately looking for a coach. How important is that to you and to your development to settle that, to have someone working with you full time?
I think having a coach is great, but once again, you're on your own on the court, so I don't think it's great to be dependent. I think you need to coach yourself, and that's something that I'm learning, and as part of this experience, I think I'm gaining a lot of that, just being able to learn to coach myself, and sometimes it might not always work like in Indian Wells, but in the long term, if I keep doing that, then I'll be better in those situations in the future, so that's it.
Okay, it's frozen. Rob, we can go back to you.
And who is coaching you this week?
What did you say?
Who's coaching you this week?
Myself.
Okay, Owen, did you have another question? I think you might have frozen.
Emma, just to follow that up, I couldn't see Esteban there. He's obviously not with you. Does that mean that Esteban is still on the trial period? That's still ongoing, even though he's not here this week?
We had a couple trials. Well, I had a couple trials this last week, and yeah, I'm feeling optimistic about trying to have something in place for the off-season Australian Open. But no, I haven't decided on a coach, and but things are moving forward.
Can I just confirm, did Esteban train with you on court last week? Did you have sessions at the NTC perhaps?
I had a trial with him, but I also had trials with others.
All right.
Okay, Molly, we can go back to you.
On the point of kind of learning about how to coach yourself and learning how to kind of start to understand your game and what works, I wonder, what have you learned so far? What are the kind of things that you've taken from the kind of relatively short experience I guess you've had on the tour so far?
Yeah, I mean, I think my tour experience is really limited. I mean, I'm on like under 10 tournaments, and all in 1 year, everything has happened rather fast. So I'm just learning a lot, and I think the biggest thing is just to be patient with myself, because I basically just, from my ranking, I basically just skipped a bunch of like build-up levels and build-up stages where you kind of like work your way in, play your way into the game, and I basically went from like the 25s to playing like masters and 500s and 250s. So I think I just need to be patient with myself, not expect too much, and I'm just learning to accept when it's not so smooth, and just bounce back positively and keep.
Okay, last couple of questions. I understand the sound's not the best, but Marianne from Fanatic, go for it.
Hello, do you hear me now? Okay. Hello, Emma. There is a picture with you and Simona Halep since you were a child on the internet. We saw it all. And I wanted to ask you what Simona means to you. What is an inspiration, or what did you learn from her? Okay.
Simona's a great inspiration to me. I've loved watching her from a young age. And we've had a few short, like, friendly exchanges, and she's been really nice, which I found really cool. And yeah, I just think it's amazing that now I can, like, be playing at the same tournaments as her and be seeing her around, because I just love to learn, like, and I just find her really cool.
Would you like to play a semi-final against her here?
Yeah, I mean, of course, but that's so far ahead.
Thank you very much, Emma, and good luck.
Okay, 2 more questions. Ramona, over to you.
Sorry, I think my hand left, but I don't have any question.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, Rob, over to you, Rob Moll.
My hand was up as well. How do you feel being a superstar of tennis, Emma? Have you sort of settled into it now? Have you settled into that role? Because everyone knows your name, everyone's watching and reading your Instagram posts. So have you sort of become accustomed to it?
I'm really silly. I feel like I'm the same person. I still go out there, like, approaching it the same. Like, I still find playing in front of people so cool, and I just really enjoy my tennis right now, and I think that is going in a great place. Like, in the long term, I know it's going to be up and down. And the past few weeks since New York, I've obviously learned a lot about myself, and I just am really excited for the next chapter and this off season. So then for the next year, I'll be able to play on the tour like a full year. So that's the most exciting thing for me.
Did you say patience? Do you want us to give you patience as you develop your career, despite what you've achieved, this stellar performance in New York? Is patience key for you?
Yeah, patience is key, and because, as I said, like, it's a lot of levels where you learn about your game and you adjust to each level gradually. But I kind of went from, like, 0 to the top of the game, so it's obviously going to take some time to adjust and adapt. But hopefully, with some good work, I'll be able to.
Okay, thanks everyone. We're going to end the press component now. If the press could leave, and we'll continue with the Romanian TVs in a little while. Thank you.
Hi, Emma. Welcome in Romania, in Transylvania especially. I want to ask you something about the very rough period in our country these days. You are very courageous to come here. You know, a lot of the players are not here because of pandemic situation. And I want to ask you if it's possible to give a message to the Romanian people in these rough times. I mean, thousands of people have problems. What do you think about this pandemic situation, Romania and around the world, with your opinion, and a message for the Romanian people, if it's possible?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough times with the pandemic for everyone, but just want to say, like, keep being positive, because in the long run, like, we'll just think and be proud of ourselves for coming out of this tough time. And yeah, everything positive that happens will be that much sweeter because of this rough period now. But yeah, keep going, keep happy and positive.
Okay, and another short question is, if you had a surprise since you arrived in Transylvania, beside what you know about Romania, I mean, your grandmother and everything, but Transylvania, you know, it's another part of country, other legends and food and everything. Did you have a nice surprise, or maybe not? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful. I feel like there's more nature in this and more greenery in this part of the country. I've only ever been to Bucharest, and I love it there just as much because I've got great memories. But I think it's definitely different, and it's different scenery.
And now, because it's only Romanian press here, can you tell me your favorite word in our language? In Romanian, of course.
Îmi place sarmale și ciorbă și oameni și umor e foarte bine aici.
Great, thank you. Have good luck. Stay safe. Thank you so much.
Hi, Emma. I don't know, did you have time to visit Cluj these days, or do you want to make time for this? I don't know, to eat some traditional food, sarmale, ciorba, that you're already speaking about it.
I know I'll go to Bucharest after whenever I'm done here, but I'd love to visit Cluj. It looks so good from what I've seen so far on the way to the club, and yeah, I really would love to if I had the time.
And what is your expectations in this tournament?
No expectations, just want to have fun. It's the end of the season, so I'm just looking forward, and it's a big push to the end.
Okay, thank you, and good luck.
Yes, hello. You've been asked about the pressure you are under, but considering the situation Naomi Osaka is going through, and her statements about how difficult is it for her to cope with media pressure, I want to ask you, how do you cope with this pressure after winning the US Open Grand Slam? We could see that you have been in the news all over the world. You have been bombarded with requests to participate in media and sponsor events. Do you feel this pressure? Does it affect your personal life, and especially your tennis?
I don't feel like it affects me. I feel really positive, and I actually enjoy the whole process and experience, because I'm very new to it. I just think everything and all the opportunities that I get, I'm just excited to go to, and I don't feel like it affects me or my tennis, to be honest. I'm still training hard, still doing everything the same. It's no different. I just get to go to really cool things or do cool things as on top of that, so it's a bonus, really.
Is this what success looked like for you when you were dreaming of it? Do you still enjoy what you do, considering that from now on, this will be the pace at which you will spend the next few years?
Yeah, I mean, it is really fast paced, and I didn't actually realize the tour, how fast paced it was until after New York. I had no time off after to get ready for Indian Wells, and I think I was tired there, and it was maybe a bit soon, but I definitely have learned that, and I'm adjusting, so I'm just gonna keep learning as I play more years on the tour.
So is this what success looked like for you when you were dreaming of it?
I feel like for me, when I was younger, success, I just dreamed of winning a Grand Slam, and I did. So I think that it doesn't feel like it is me, but yeah, I guess so.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, hello. I wasn't hearing properly. My question for you, Emma, is we saw that you spent last evening with Gabriela Ruse. I was wondering if maybe you and her strategized, given the fact that she's facing Simona Halep in the opening round, and you might come across Simona in the semifinals. Was wondering if the two of you have had maybe a plan how to face her?
No, we didn't talk about tennis really last night. I mean, I get on with Gabby really great, and we've known each other not very long, but it feels like we've known each other for ages now, and she's really nice. But no, we didn't talk about tennis. I know she's also pretty good friends with Simona, so I'm sure that'll be a great match, and I'm excited to watch it.
Are you maybe disappointed that you can't face Simona in the finals, and it would only be a semi-final match if you two come across each other?
I mean, I'd be really happy to make the semifinals, to be honest. So that would be great for me. But no, so that's way too far ahead. I just think of my match that I'm playing on Tuesday.
And what do you expect you'll do in the tournament? What are your expectations? And what would make you feel the happiest? Would just facing Simona be enough, or are you in it for the win?
I mean, I'm in it to just treat every match seriously, and I'm just focusing one match at a time, because I think that's really far ahead. But I just really want to take away some learnings from this week, and I feel like it's been a process and a journey since New York. So I think I'm just adding to the experience bank now, and whether that experience is positive or if I'm a bit disappointed with my performance, I think that in the long term it will all pay off. So it's a win-win right now.